Just a moment ago, leaning on the perfect figure, kept following birthday view. I'm not told that I'm born to leave and step behind.